With only 3 weeks remaining in the USL League One season, the drama and urgency is on the rise. One ticket to the final has already been punched, while 9 of the other 10 teams are still alive, including South Georgia Tormenta FC and FC Tucson. A must-win for both squads this evening, brought to you by Darren's Lane. From Irk Russell Park in Statesboro, Georgia, Joe Malfa happy to be here with you this evening on ESPN+. And we take a look at those League One standings as we enter the evening. Greenville sits atop, 31 points. Their ticket to the final, as I mentioned, has been punched. Orlando City B, the only team mathematically eliminated. Everyone else still alive. Tucson in 7th, Tormenta in 10th, both in dire need of a victory tonight. And for South Georgia Tormenta FC, head coach Ian Cameron, they will be relying on Curtis Thorne to help get them those 3 points this evening as your Davis marketing player to watch. The Englishman took a while to get into the lineup because of a technicality with an international roster spot. They didn't think they would have him until next year, but he made his pro debut on September 11th. This will be his 4th start in as many games. In his previous 3, he's got a goal, an assist, 4 chances created, and then defensively, he's got 13 clearances. He is a key component of this roster on the right side of the defense, both attacking and defensively. His defensive responsibilities tonight will be keeping Charlie Dennis in check. Dennis this season, 4 assists and 12 appearances for FC Tucson. And South Georgia Tormenta fans, it's a familiar face to them. He's making his return to face his old team tonight for the first time. Last year, he had 25 starts, 3 goals, 4 assists for Tormenta. He was second behind only league MVP Arturo Rodriguez in chances created. So a chance now to play spoiler against his old team and help out his new team as they look to stay alive in USL League One. Tormenta and Tucson both need some help to make it to the League One final, but head coaches Ian Cameron and John Gallus echoed the same sentiments this week. We control only what we control, and it starts with 3 points tonight. Tormenta and Tucson next on ESPN+.
Are you suffering from hip or knee pain? Don't let the pain hold you back. The region's most experienced robotic joint replacement team at Optum Health System offers an individually tailored approach that is more precise and creates smaller incisions. For you, that can mean a faster recovery with less pain. Your comeback starts here. Call today to find out if robotic-assisted joint replacement is right for you.
Why contact a marketing agency?
Is it to see this guy scribble on a whiteboard, or to listen to the ins and outs of marketing?
Or is it to partner with a group of creatives who will connect you to them and grow your brand?
Here, we join with you to push your business to new heights.
It's not about the us, but about the us, and how we can get your brand out there and connect and become their favorite.
We are the planners, doers, designers, and engagers who cut the crap and just
Make it happen. We are Davis Creative Group.
Advertising can be overwhelming, but with one expert contact for your entire cross-media campaigns, it becomes really simple. We identify exactly the customers you want to reach the most, and then use the latest technology to deliver your message to them wherever they are, optimizing the results of your marketing efforts. Let us be a part of your team and put our resources to work for you. Call today and let us show you what Via Media can do for your business.
Welcome back to tonight's broadcast presented by Davis Marketing, the official marketing partner of Tormenta FC. Joe Malfa still here with you on ESPN Plus from Irk Russell Park in Statesboro, Georgia, campus of Georgia Southern, for this match between South Georgia Tormenta FC and FC Tucson. We take a look at the starting lineups for both squads, beginning with the home side, South Georgia Tormenta FC, brought to you by Darren's Lane. It's a lineup that remains pretty much unchanged from South Georgia's last time out. And Curtis Thorne on the right side, partnering with Marco Micheletto, a formidable right side that FC Tucson will have to deal with all night. Pablo Haro, one of the top goalkeepers in the league, backstopping the whole thing for Ian Cameron's squad. And on the flip side, for FC Tucson, a couple of tweaks. You'll notice Shaq Adams is available on the bench to come in later in the game, not starting tonight. Charlie Dennis in the middle of the midfield with Azad Liati in front of him making a return of his own. Dennis last year with Tormenta. Liati went to Georgia Southern, so a bit of a homecoming for both guys. And then Jordan Pena at left back will have his hands full all night with that right side of South Georgia that we highlighted a moment ago. FC Tucson, South Georgia Tormenta meet for a moment of unity as they have been throughout the season as USL League One stands together united against racism. And as both teams go drop off their masks on the benches before they head out to play, we take a look at the Hampton Inn keys of the game. For South Georgia Tormenta, it's improved transition play. They got caught out a couple of times in their 3-0 loss against Union Omaha. And then for FC Tucson, scoring first. Sounds simple, very straightforward. But both coaches, John Gallis for Tucson, Ian Cameron for Tormenta, they highlighted this week the importance of scoring first. These teams play so similarly, it's just going to be a staring contest, a matter of who blinks first. And whenever one of the sides blinks first, whoever scores first could be able to pour in 2 or 3 more as the other side is forced to open up. Joshua Belk, the man in charge of tonight's match, in yellow with the whistle in hand. South Georgia Tormenta FC in their traditional home navy blues going from right to left. Tucson in their all whites from left to right. Belk sets the watch, and we are just about set to begin. Underway in Statesboro. Joe Malfa here with you on ESPN+. Two teams looking to stay alive in USL League One. Just 3 weeks remaining. Greenville punched its ticket to the final. Orlando City B is eliminated. The other 9 teams all alive. And Azad Liati back on his old stomping ground, spent a year at Southern Georgia. On that one early. His teammates keep it alive. Calvo out wide to Alarcon. There are guys for him in the box, but they'll elect to play backwards. Ian Cameron made note that his Tormenta side would have to be very vigilant of the multiple styles of soccer Tucson could play. They can do what they're doing right now, pass it around, play that romantic style of soccer, a lot of possession, or they could play direct. They have the speed and the personnel up top to do that with Liati, who's on the ball now. I believe Elton tries to play direct through the left side. This pass is blocked, and now South Georgia goes the other way, looking for Arslan, but Beek calmly goes back to Marancio, who is in goal tonight after a few games in a row that he was on the bench. Amal Knight starting in his place. John Gallis very happy with both goalkeepers, just a matter of them having different skill sets and playing to their strengths depending on the matchup. Felt that Marancio's skill set suited tonight's matchup more, and he dons the orange kit between the pipes tonight for the team from the desert. The Richmond Kickers are currently playing Orlando City B. That's a game that both of these teams will be keeping an eye on in the back of their minds. At least their coaching staff on the bench might be reminding them of the scoreline in that one. If either of these sides lose and Richmond wins, the losing side would be eliminated. If Richmond wins and these teams tie, then Tucson would be eliminated and Tormenta would barely cling on for at least one more week. But the key for both teams, just getting 3 points tonight, controlling what they can control, as both coaches told me in our conversations this week. They know it's a long road ahead. They'll need some help, but all they can worry about is taking care of business in their matches, earning the full 3, and then seeing how the chips fall elsewhere. Take a look at the injury report for both sides coming into this one tonight. Brought to you by Optum Healthcare. Lars Eckenrode, the lone player, out for Tormenta, and a clean bill of health for FC Tucson at this late stage of the season, something that John Gallis was very happy about. Shortened season, just 16 games in a condensed 15 weeks. Injuries have been an issue for many teams throughout the year. Tormenta maybe got bit with the injury bug the hardest throughout the season, but for them, again, only Eckenrode out tonight. And a turnover here. Marancio gives it up to Micheletto. Can Tormenta make something of it? The ball across is sent away by Eric Vergen. Ellie Velton chests it down, and Tucson will take control once more. Tucson coming off a 0-0 draw against Madison. It was the first 0-0 draw since the second week of the season. John Gallus was happy with the result. Madison unbeaten at home. So to go in there, put up a shutout, and earn a point, he was happy with it. Would he have loved the 3? Of course, but happy with the shift put in by his side on that day. Amid all the adversity as well. Poor field conditions, very bad weather that day up in the Midwest. Came away with the point. And now under pressure, down the right side, it's Thorne. Can't get it to Arslan. Talked about it in the open, what Curtis Thorne has brought to this team ever since his insertion into the lineup on September 11th. Ian Cameron feels the sky is the limit for Curtis Thorne. The one thing that he didn't nitpick, though, was varying up the crosses he sends in. Teams are onto him as far as that low cross that he just tried to send in that was cleared away. And actually out for a corner. It appeared to be a throw, but out for a corner brought to you by the Sack Company. Stefan Muller stands over it here in the 5th minute, first of the match. Good delivery in, but there's no blue jersey crashing near post. Thorne tries to keep it alive. Heavy pressure here from Gomez. Coutinho turns into space and has his shot saved by Marancio. First attempt for Coutinho, the Brazilian. Had 3 goals last season, hasn't found that scoring touch yet this year. Dennis taken down. Joshua Belk thought about it for a second, but blew the whistle in the end. And again, Richmond up 1-0 on Orlando City B in a game that is important to both of these sides. Charlie Dennis back in front of the old fans that supported him. Liotti tries a little scorpion flick, taken down, no call, still alive. Godoy can't get the feet of Ellie Velton. Back out to Godoy again. First time ball in, headed away by Skelton. Leads the team in clearances as Belk blows the whistle late as Arslan goes down. Skelton leads the team, second on the team with 39 clearances. A combined 90 clearances between Skelton and the team leader Phelps. The center backs each missed a few games in the middle of this season for Tormenta, and they struggled without them, but they've been back for the last couple. And don't be fooled by that 3-0 scoreline, their defeat over the weekend against Union Omaha. A very tightly contested game. Ian Cameron made note of it. He doesn't want to make any excuses, not trying to be a sore loser, but made note of the fact that he didn't feel the scoreline was indicative of how the game was actually played. And going back and reviewing it, he's right. It was a very close game. Tormenta had the possession. They went down at the end of the first half, were forced to open up. And then after they opened up, Omaha was able to put a couple more goals in late in the 78th and 83rd. But a good performance overall by Tormenta, just a couple of little things they have to clean up. Belk waited to see if any advantage materialized with the ball trickling out towards Liotti, but he brings it back for the handball. One of the things that Ian Cameron made specific note of as far as improving from the Omaha match is improving their transition play. The goals that Omaha tacked on late were all sprung by Tormenta losing track of the opposing forwards in transition. It was a heavy possession game for Tormenta. They were committing numbers forward, but Omaha left some guys near midfield. Tormenta lost track of them, quick outlet pass, and they were going the other way. And he said that was something that they could take to this game as well, because Tucson plays similarly. Felt that Tormenta would have possession for most of the match, as his team is displaying now. But you see Azad Liotti there pressing that back line of Tormenta, even as Tormenta gets across midfield in possession. Liati always a threat on the outlet pass from his teammates. Ian Cameron wanted to make sure that his back line does not lose sight of Liati in transition. Luca Meyer scored one of the goals of the year this year, presses forward. Dennis goes down. A couple of times that he's gone down now. His teammates trying to play quickly, but Joshua Belk will bring it back as Dennis was still down. Already mentioned Dennis, his stats last year for Tormenta here in his homecoming against his former team. And I touched on it when the lineups flashed across your screen that Liati also making a bit of a homecoming himself. Played a year at Georgia Southern as Ellie Velton earns the corner kick. Liati in his one season at Georgia Southern. Newcomer of the year in 2019, second team all-conference. 13 starts, 3 goals, and 1 assist for the Eagles that season. John Gallus chuckled a bit, mentioning that he wouldn't be surprised if Dennis and Liati could combine for a goal today. Both of them back in their familiar territory. It's Dennis on the corner now, brought to you by the Sack Company. Left-footed service, low towards the front post, flicked on. Nobody there to put it home at the back, but gathered on the back side. Liati with it, heavy touch. Barely kept it in, and now no, says Belk. Flag came up at the last moment. Ball just over the line, out for a goal kick for Pablo Hara. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of USL League One and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. These teams very similarly constructed, play a similar style. That's why both coaches talked about the importance of scoring first, forcing the other team to change its style. Through 11 minutes, neither side with any really golden opportunities. Coutinho's shot from distance that was saved by Marancio a few minutes ago. So far, the lone good opportunity shot on goal. Coutinho with it again on his right foot. Can't touch it out to Micheletto cleanly, but it still gets there. Back for Gomez. Thorne to his right. Meyer checking in the middle. And Gomez will switch to the other side through Skelton. Ball over the top. Looking for Thorne, didn't get there. Knocked away by Pena. And launched further forward by Dennis to Liati. Off to the races is on Liati, but a good job by Phelps to cut off the angle. John Gallus talks about the speed of Liati all the time. It's speed you can't teach. On display there, nearly broke away from Phelps. But the team leader in clearances did well for Tormenta at a vital moment. Durance Lane is the official car dealer of Tormenta FC. Micheletto for Coutinho. Tried to get it through 3 white jerseys back to Micheletto. Couldn't thread the needle. Thought Ellie Velton went down for a moment on the backside as well, but he's just down to tie his shoe. Jordan Pena on the left side has slotted in next to Niall Logue on the left side of the defense. Ever since Tommy Silva left to go to college, they had Silva for longer than they intended because initially colleges were not going to be playing, but the NCAA changed course. Silva left once again, but they got Jordan Pena on loan from Real Monarchs to take the spot on the left side, a natural number 6 as he presses against the opposing number 6 right now in Gomez. But Pena, a left-footed player, with Eric Vergen occupying that number 6 role for Tucson. John Gallus approached him about the idea of switching to left back. He's embraced it, and he's played tremendously so far. In his first couple games, he's had to go up against some of the league's best right wingers as well, and he has answered the bell for Tucson. These games down the stretch here, while both teams again are still alive, it's a long shot, so certainly have one eye towards the future for next season. And John Gallus certainly hopes that Jordan Pena might be in the fold. Charlie Dennis might be in the fold as well. He's weaving through defenders, plays it out to Elie Velton. And that one is skied over everything. No trouble yet for Pablo Jara, the 26-year-old Chilean goalkeeper in his 3rd season with Tormenta. Started every match last year and so far every match this year. Nicoletto and Pena got in each other's faces for a moment, settled down quickly. The two of them will be going at it all night. Giveaway by Meyer. In space, Alarcon going right at Muller. Out wide to Dennis. Already 4 assists on the season. This cross takes a deflection. Dealt with by Skelton. Nicoletto trying to find Thorne. Not enough on it. Pena intercepts. Tormenta FC would like to thank the Islands for being the apartment complex our players call home. Giveaway in the defensive third by Tucson. Muller ranges forward. Takes the throw quickly to Meyer. Playing more centrally tonight. More reserved role with Coutinho pressing further forward. Marco Micheletto has been playing further up the pitch tonight than we saw the last time out for Tormenta. Ever since Curtis Thorne has come into the lineup, with how far up the field he gets, it's allowed Micheletto to drop more into the midfield and come collect the ball, play freely, float around, make plays. But back to his more forward-thinking role up top through the first quarter hour for Tormenta. Some good passing and build-up play has certainly been on display so far. These teams are 2nd and 3rd in the league in passes completed. Tucson 2nd, Tormenta 3rd. And Tucson averages 54% possession per game, while Tormenta averages 52% per game. Liotti, pressure here on Skelton, takes it away. Cuts back in, Skelton takes it down. Shouts of he dove from Tormenta. Belk comes in. Calls a foul. And he's going to beckon Skelton over for a word. Could be a card as well. Another look at this one. Skelton tried right there first on the Islands replay to bring down Liotti. He didn't succeed. And then brought him there. And he is shown a yellow card, Jordan Skelton. The first of the match brought to you by Moe's Southwestern Grill. Opportunity on the set piece. Alarcon. Dennis standing over it. Dennis is feeling particularly confident with that left foot of his. He could try a shot, but certainly a better spot on the field here to try a cross. Again, a reminder, Jordan Skelton, that yellow card. Dennis sends in the cross, back post, headed on, and just wide. Ellie Velton made his way to the back post. Perfect ball in by Dennis. Ellie Velton has been on a scoring kick of late. Couldn't find the back of the net that time. Before the Madison match, Ellie Velton had scored in 3 straight matches after not having yet scored on the season. After a quick hiatus against Madison, nearly found that scoring touch once again. Gomez was directing Thorne, but play never materialized. This time he goes inside to Meyer, to the left for Muller, sent across with some pace, but too much. Nobody able to get on the end of it. At halftime, Richmond kickers 2, Orlando City B none. As far as what I was mentioning earlier, the scenarios in this match, as far as either of these teams officially being eliminated today. If Richmond goes on to win that with the 2-0 lead at halftime at home, a loss for either side would eliminate them in this one. A draw would see Tucson eliminated, Tormenta still alive, but Tucson doesn't want that draw. They want to win. Contact in the box. Belk is pointing out to the corner. Tucson wanted the penalty, clearly. Another look on the Island's replay. Calvo in the box, taken down hard from behind by Skelton. He says he got the ball, and Joshua Belk agreed it'll be a corner kick. Corner kick brought to you by the Sack Company. Service from Dennis. It's a good service, but the header goes wide. And Belk will actually say it took a deflection. Another corner incoming for Dennis. Take 2 at the corner for Charlie Dennis. This time he goes towards the backside. Still alive. Ellie Velton whips his left foot around. Doesn't make good contact, and now Dennis will trot across the field and try a third corner, this time from the other side. Optum Orthopedics and Health System is the official healthcare provider of Tormenta FC. Tucson, the more dangerous of the two sides so far. Can they convert on yet another set piece opportunity off the corner? 3 shots so far, 1 on target. Another corner sent in by Dennis. Liotti can't rise to the occasion. Skelton gets there ahead of him. Danger cleared for the moment for Tormenta. Nobody home on that left wing for Tucson. Micheletto takes it. Tries a long ball of his own. Long run by Arslan. Giveaway. Gomez on it. Obinois looks over his shoulder. Has space. Plays quickly to Skelton. And now out wide for Muller. Ian Cameron in all black. Looks on from his sideline. Coaching in just his 3rd match for Tormenta. In the middle of the season, John Milleracey was promoted within the club, overseeing all operations now with Tormenta and their League 1 side and their League 2 side. Cameron was coaching that League 2 side. Now he's in charge of this squad. And Thorne earns a corner. Curtis Thorne, a very familiar face to Ian Cameron. Before Thorne was able to receive the call-up to the League 1 squad, when the international slot opened, he was down with the League 2 side. 9 clean sheets he led that team to last year. So immediate trust between Ian Cameron and his right back. Curtis Thorne into the box now, along with Skelton, Phelps, Coutinho, waiting for the cross from Muller. On the corner, brought to you by the Sack Company. Sent in and flicked away by Ellie Velton. It'll be another corner kick. From this side, it'll be Luca Meyer to provide the service. Team leader in goals this year, Luca Meyer, with 3 so far. Plays quickly to Micheletto. Set play, shot taken. Headed away before it gets to Marancio. Something off the training ground nearly worked. Meyer sends it in again. Good job on the backside by Godoy to shield that one away. Another corner kick brought to you by the Sack Company incoming for Tormenta. But first we take a look at that last play. Would have been a thing of beauty if it was converted. Micheletto had his shot headed away. That replay brought to you by the Islands. Muller again from the far side. Lofted in, headed on. Thorne has a shot blocked. Skelton tries, pinballs off a couple of bodies, but stays out. Now the foul called against Arslan. Take another look at this one, brought to you by the Islands. First, a header by Skelton. And the block on the shot by Thorne. 1, 2 bodies it hit on the shot from Skelton. Tucson had its own stretch of play with some opportunities. Now Tormenta settling into its own positive stretch of play. But neither team able to find the back of the net quite yet. Here in the 26th minute, Micheletto pressing against Pena. Spins him around, but Pena ends up winning the battle. That one last off Bergen. Pena again wins the battle with Micheletto, who grabbed 2 fistful of jersey, but Belk plays advantage. Another giveaway in the middle. Gomez pointed the other way for Obinwa to open up, but he keeps it towards that right side. Now he'll switch it over to Meyer. Micheletto chips it forward for Thorne. Cut back. He'll lay it off. Top of the box, Meyer tries a volley into the midsection of Sam Beek. Dennis turns into space, goes down. 50-50 ball won by Calvo. Just booted down the pitch. Throw in deep in the corner for Tormenta. A chance for Tucson to lock them in. Tucson will show multiple looks throughout the game, from a 4-2-3-1 to a 4-1-4-1, 4-3-3. They change a lot. And it'll happen just at different points throughout the match. Tormenta has been ready so far for any changes in the look from Tucson. We've seen them play a more structured build-up from the back. We've seen them play direct through Ellie Velton and Liati. They were trying to build up there. Alarcon not on the same page as Godoy. But Pena keeps it alive. Last off Micheletto. Arslan stepped to Beek. Forced him to play it quicker than Beek seemed to want to. Calvo, cheeky little back heel to keep it alive, but neither Alarcon nor Liati could get to it. Heavy pressure now from Tucson. Tormenta gets out of the pressure by just playing it over the top. And Marancio able to clear that at the top of his box. Wise play by Calvo. Back to Marancio. Little shove in the back from Skelton on Liati. Not called, and Phelps here gets the ball, says Joshua Belk. Physical play so far in the first half hour from both of these sides as we approach the hydration break here in the first half. It's been a recurring theme this year. Teams conceding near the hydration break, letting the guard down, knowing the break is on the horizon, but both of these teams avoid falling into that trap. We are into the first half hydration break, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Tormenta 0, Tucson 0. Take a look at the highlights from the first half hour. A couple of opportunities both ways. Dennis provides the service. Ellie Velton just missed it at the back post. 3 goals on the season, was looking for his 4th, which would have tied him for the team lead. Chested down here to Calvo, taken down by Skelton. No penalty given, just a corner for Tucson. This the best chance so far for Tormenta. Right there from Thorne, blocked here from Skelton, hits 2 bodies, and then sent away. And then this from earlier in the first half, Coutinho's shot. Handcuffed Marancio a bit, but the Mexican goalkeeper was able to handle it. John Gallus directing his squad here in the hydration break. At the beginning of the season, coaches around the league were a bit mixed as far as their thoughts on the hydration break, obviously understanding the purpose of it, given the unusual circumstances of 2020. Some were happy with the break, gave them a chance to talk to their players. Some more on the side of being purists, where they didn't like that extra break in both halves, almost breaking up the game into quarters, like a basketball game or a football game. But both teams are used to it now, as we are in the 13th week of the season. Just a couple more weeks to play. Tormenta FC would like to thank Belfour for participating in their American Red Cross night tonight. Tormenta and Tucson teaming up to raise some funds. Back underway after the hydration break. Joe Malfa here with you on ESPN+. Scoreless, as you can see, through the first half hour. Both teams officially with 3 shots and 1 shot on target per side. Possession 55-45 in favor of the home side, South Georgia Tormenta FC. So far, what both coaches said ringing true. 2 teams that are near carbon copies of each other. Just a matter of who will score first. Maybe it's here, the shot, and that will be the first goal. Right on cue. Gio Godoy at the bottom of the pile gets the goal for FC Tucson. A moment of brilliance. Take a look at the replay brought to you by the Islands. Just as I was saying, that these teams are looking for that first goal. Gio Godoy picks out the corner past Pablo Jara. One-0 advantage in favor of the roadside FC Tucson. Goal brought to you by Durance Lane. And now things get interesting. Again, as I've said, both coaches talked about the same thing. Scoring first, very important because it allows you to continue playing your style, forces the other team to change its style. Both coaches felt that if their team scored first, they'd be able to pour in a second or a third. We'll see if Tucson could do that. They have the 1-0 lead right now, courtesy of Gio Godoy. Flag goes up for offside. Whatever John Gallus said in that brief hydration break to his team, it worked. They reward him with a goal a minute later. Now they try over the top to Liotti. He wisely lets it go, clearly in an offside position. And Calvo keeps the back line under pressure. Muller chested in on the chip from Jara. Alarcon uses his speed down the wing. Kept alive after the cross is blocked. Now it's FC Tucson who can settle into some possession if they want to. They have the lead. Courtesy of the 25-year-old Gio Godoy. Belton keeps Dorn under some pressure. The goal scorer Godoy on it again. Godoy has spent the last 2 years in USL Championship. Beek chips it. Benoit heads it down. And that one takes a deflection. It'll be a throw as Calvo ventures out to it. Godoy scored 6 goals over the last 2 seasons, 51 games played for Orange County. Dennis takes his shot from distance. Pablo Jara there for that one. Charlie Dennis saw a moment of an opening. Curled it well, but not enough to power it past Pablo Jara. Again, Jara, one of the top goalkeepers in this league. Hard enough to beat him once the way Godoy did from distance. Dennis thought Lightning could maybe strike twice, but not to be the case here. Logue nearly made a mess of that. Almost got a touch on it, which would have gifted a corner to Tormenta. But the Irishman shields it out in the end. John Gallus calls him the general back there. Leads the team in clearances, very physical. He's the captain, vocal leader. Everything that a coach would want out of a center back. Liotti, little step over, tries to blow by Muller. Moves it off of Last as Liotti crashes into the advertising boards. It's Last off of Muller. Corner coming. Brought to you by the Sack Company for FC Tucson. And Liotti is still down. Another quick look at this on the Islands replay. Liotti crashed into the board. Luckily, those things move. Some give to the advertising boards. He's up and all right. Dennis Sends in the cross, way over to the backside, headed towards goal and saved off the line by Meyer. Pablo Jara caught napping on that header. He thought that was not going to trouble the goal at all, but Meyer comes in and saves it. Dennis now into the box on his preferred left foot, cuts in, shot over the bar. All FC Tucson since the hydration break. Closer look at this one. Logue just flicked it towards goal and Jara just let it go. Fortunately for Tormenta, Meyer there to head it off the line. Just a few minutes to go before halftime. With Richmond in cruise control against Orlando City B, up 2-0 in the 53rd minute. If this result holds, Tormenta would officially be eliminated from contention for making the final. Greenville already punched its ticket. Omaha, Richmond are right on each other's heels for second place. Very tight battle between those two. And then a slew of teams in the teens in points, still alive. Ellie Belton turns out of some traffic. Can't hold his footing. Now something the other way, possibly for Tormenta. On the outlet from Gomez, it's Micheletto down the right wing. Inside to Coutinho, but a good step by Logue. Kept alive by Micheletto. Heavy contact between Beek and Arslan. And now all the way back to Jara as Liati gives chase. Down the wing, Thorne on his horse. Sends it in, Arslan crashing. And it's last off of Sam Beek. Much to his chagrin, he thought it was off of Arslan last. But now Beek and company will have to defend another corner kick. Brought to you by the Sack Company. And Tormenta would like to thank Southern Downs for being the place our players call home. Micheletto goes short. Bergen has to stay there, 10 yards away. Muller, left-footed service, center of the box. Phelps waiting for it, never got to him as Logue headed it away. Thorne over on the left side now. Not on the same page as Meyer. Meyer went further up the wing. Thorne cut it short. And Tormenta can't win it back. Tucson avoids the danger after the corner kick. Alarcon. Bergen dropping deep for it. On the left side, Pena pressing forward, sends it across. Liati streaking for it, can't tuck it in at the back post. On his old stomping grounds at Georgia Southern University, where he spent one collegiate season, nearly had the goal at the back post. Beautiful service from Jordan Pena on the Islands replay. Told at the moment that a couple of minutes from now we will see 2 minutes of added time up on the board of the fourth official. Three goals on the season for Azad Liati. Will nearly missing his fourth. Come back to haunt Tucson here in this first half. Tormenta could pull one back and level the score line. Set forward. Coutinho running onto it. Excuse me, that's Arslan. Looking over his shoulder, has no help, forced to go back. Benoit out wide for Thorne. Pena and Micheletto continue to battle. It's Pena who's won the majority of those so far tonight. Again, the two locking horns. This time Micheletto briefly came away with it, gave it back, and now he takes down Jordan Pena and rifles the ball into the distance. Joshua Belk going to chat with him after that one. Possibly for the foul, possibly for launching the ball into the night. But we are back underway. Gio Godoy, his goal the difference right now here in the first half. Came in the 33rd minute on the assist from Azad Liati right out of the hydration break. Logue gives it back to Marancio. Did not hit it cleanly. And we are into stoppage time now, presented to you by Southern Downs. It is just 2 minutes.
The fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of 2 minutes at a time.
Gomez out wide from Muller. Picks his head up. Didn't like any of his options to play it long, so he goes short to Meyer, and now possession given away. Tucson looks to break. Liati has Vergen with him. Vergen on the right side. Liati in the middle, waiting for some more help. Finds Liati, touched past Phelps. In the box, his shot yanked wide. Liati has looked very dangerous tonight, but still unable to convert. Fans follow South Georgia Tormenta FC and the rest of USL League One all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the nearly 8 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN Plus and watch League One live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Down the wing for Micheletto. Looks like it's going to be called back, though, for a foul, and it is. And ESPN Plus, one of the places where you can catch the League One final. 2020 League One season concludes in historic fashion with the league's first national TV broadcast. Don't miss the top two teams in the league compete for the 2020 League One title on both ESPN Plus and ESPN Deportes at 8 p.m. Eastern on October 30th. Greenville already punched its ticket. Who will join them? That free kick not going to help the cause of South Georgia Tormenta over everything. Halftime whistle set to blow at any moment from Joshua Belk with FC Tucson in the lead, 1-0. Halftime at Eric Russell Park. Evenly matched first half. Both teams had their strong spells of play, but Tucson pulled away in the last quarter hour. We went into the hydration break with both teams having 3 shots, 1 on target. After that, from that point forward, South Georgia Tormenta only had 1 shot. Tucson had 6, and one of them found the back of the net from Gio Godoy, giving Tucson the 1-0 lead. A lot to be discussed in the halftime break for both of these sides. Richmond is up on Orlando City B, meaning the loser tonight would be mathematically eliminated from contention for the USL League One final. 45 more minutes to go, but first we take a break here on ESPN Plus. The Durance Lane halftime show coming up next.
The farmer uses his vehicle for work, but his wife and children, we have a lot of precious cargo that's put into SUVs and things of that nature. We put a lot of pride in making sure that we have something for everybody.
Optum Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. If you've delayed your care, we want to reassure you we're prepared for you. Optum's commitment to safe, high-quality care is stronger than ever.
Advertising can be overwhelming, but with one expert contact for your entire cross-media campaigns, it becomes really simple. We identify exactly the customers you want to reach the most, and then use the latest technology to deliver your message to them wherever they are, optimizing the results of your marketing efforts. Let us be a part of your team and put our resources to work for you. Call today and let us show you what Via Media can do for your business.
The Clubhouse in Statesboro, Southeast Georgia's best place to play. The Clubhouse in Statesboro, where fun is done.
Full slate of Wednesday action here in USL League One with 3 games. But on the Durance Lane halftime show, we'll take a look back now at what was a loaded Saturday as well. 4 games. Here is a timeline of those events.
And we are underway from Globe Life Park.
And we are underway at City Stadium in Richmond, Virginia. Richmond Kickers in their red kits. New England Revolution in the white kits with the blue shorts. Firmino plays it in, headed down, punched away. Still a chance for the Revolution too. Headed down and headed into the back of the net by Richmond. And the first goal will go to the New England Revolution. Robs it in for Quinones, and he's tripped up, and they're going to call a penalty against Mwape. Firmino. And that one just past the outstretched arms of Fitzgerald.
Another one in. Damas fires, score! Fort Lauderdale can't believe there was no offside. Damas trying to beat Harden. Damas given some space. Damas leaves it back. Shot on goal. Rodriguez, the sub from Damas. And in the 80th minute, North Texas.
Vera. Renix, Firmino. Firmino plays it over, and that one finds its way in. Renix now 3 straight games with a goal.
Omaha in their black tops, white bottoms. South Georgia Tormenta FC, white tops, navy blue bottoms, and we're underway from Warner Park.
Malongo. Rivera. Looking to add to the goal total. Rivera. That one finds the net as it went just over Fitzgerald. And that is 4 now.
Damas again. One-on-one with the keeper. Damas slides it through.
And there is the final whistle, and Richmond falls at home 4-0 to the New England Revolution 2. For Revolution 2, they have now won 3 straight, all by clean sheets.
Since July, as we get the final whistle, your final from Globe Life Park. North Texas 3, Fort Lauderdale 0. 3 second half goals for North Texas.
Cameron a bit more encouraging of his players to play more direct if they see it there. And Gieto plays direct into Conway. Header breaks the deadlock. Parliament goes nuts. Owls on top 1-0. 4th goal of the season for Evan Conway. Decker looking to use his speed on the counter. As a man in the middle, Viadair, one-on-one. He's been out for a couple weeks. He's back now, and he's scored now for Union Omaha, giving them the 2-0 lead. Tormenta back line. Viadair provided the insurance goal, sends this one in, headed on by Skiers. Now Omaha's just having fun with it. JP Skiers the goal on the assist from Dami Viadair. And welcome back, Dami Viadair. A goal and an assist to provide 2 insurance goals for the Owls. Final whistle. 3 goals for Union Omaha to earn them 3 points in the 3-0 victory over South Georgia Tormenta FC.
Visit USLSoccerShop.com this Friday through Monday to claim at least 20% off at participating clubs' online stores.
What a beauty! It's fantastic! Sensational! Fantastic! Any way you slice it.
This one he puts away, fires and scores. What an unbelievable strike.
Oh, what a goal! There's the shot, it scores! Attacking, shooting, and scoring!
The United Soccer League and its 47th championship in League One clubs stand united in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can create change. Together, we are united against racism.
Visit USLSoccerShop.com this Friday through Monday to claim at least 20% off at participating clubs' online stores.
Back on the Durance Lane halftime show. Joe Malfa still here with you. We take a look now at some news and notes from around USL League One. First of a couple of wild Wednesdays here in October as the schedule is condensed and the teams fight to the finish line. Today we already saw Chattanooga lose to North Texas and Richmond beating Orlando City B. And of course you have our game here, Tucson and Tormenta, with Tucson up 1-0 at the moment. Triumph extends its season. They are into the League One final, and now just a matter of trying to hammer down home field in that title game. They were in the title game last year where they lost to Ronaldo Damas and this week's Player of the Week for North Texas. So 2 years in a row that Greenville makes the final. Ronaldo Damas trying to will his North Texas team back there. It's a long road. He was the Player of the Week last week. He did not feature today, but North Texas Soccer Club gets the win anyway, 3-1 over Chattanooga. I mentioned Richmond up 2-0 right now. And this past weekend saw 3 offensive explosions from New England, Union Omaha, and North Texas. 3-0, 4-0, and 3-0. And then that 0-0 draw between Madison and Tucson. A lot of action this past weekend, plenty more this coming weekend. A look at the upcoming schedule now in League One. One game on Friday, New England and Fort Lauderdale CF, both teams also fighting to stay alive. And then 4 games on Saturday, starting with Orlando City B and Chattanooga in the afternoon. You get another game in the evening, FC Tucson 10:30, long day in League One. And then Sunday, Forward Madison and Union Omaha. Cap off Week 13 in USL League One. South Georgia Tormenta hoping to still be alive mathematically going into that week. If this result holds, they won't be. We'll see the final 45 coming up in a moment.
Michelle Smith-Lake from Kids World Learning Center here in Statesboro, Georgia. Let us take care of all of your child care needs here at Kids World Learning Center, from your infants all the way to your after-schoolers. We also have a summer camp and holiday camp for those older children. And we have our brand new bus for our field trips, for the children to have fun and to learn and to explore new things all around our beautiful county. Thank you for trusting us with your most prized possessions.
Are you suffering from hip or knee pain? Don't let the pain hold you back. The region's most experienced robotic joint replacement team at Optum Health System offers an individually tailored approach that is more precise and creates smaller incisions. For you, that can mean a faster recovery with less pain. Your comeback starts here. Call today to find out if robotic-assisted joint replacement is right for you.
Advertising can be overwhelming, but with one expert contact for your entire cross-media campaigns, it becomes really simple. We identify exactly the customers you want to reach the most, and then use the latest technology to deliver your message to them wherever they are, optimizing the results of your marketing efforts. Let us be a part of your team and put our resources to work for you. Call today and let us show you what Via Media can do for your business.
Players almost ready to begin the second half, but one last bit here of the Durance Lane halftime show. Joe Malfa with you on ESPN Plus as we take a look at the first half highlights brought to you by Durance Lane. Hotly contested match between these two teams. Opportunity early for Tormenta. Came through Coutinho on this shot from distance. Had a weird spin on it and nearly scored it underneath the arm of Marancio as we take a closer look. Watch that right arm, it nearly got by, but the keeper did just enough to keep it out and keep the score line at 0-0. And a ball over the top, found its way to Calvo, who was taken down. Tucson wanted the penalty, they didn't get it. Second look, Skelton got the ball, he got the body, it was close. It ends up just being a corner for Tucson that nothing came from. Then in the 33rd, after the hydration break, something did come for FC Tucson in the form of the opening goal. Liati plays it to Godoy, and he picks out that far corner past Pablo Ara. Another look at this one. Godoy's second goal of the season. Perfectly placed. Ara mad at his back line. Nothing he could really do about that one. Celebration from Godoy and his teammates. And then later in the first half, another opportunity came for FC Tucson. They controlled the last 15 minutes after the hydration break. After it being evenly matched early on, Charlie Dennis playing against his former team at the place he called home last year. Got by his man Meyer and nearly picked out that upper corner, but overcooked it. Out for a goal kick, and the scoreline remained 1-0 in the first half. A look at the stats brought to you by Durance Lane. 9 shots to 4 in favor of Tucson. Possession went Tormenta's way. They couldn't do anything with it. That's been a recurring theme for them throughout the season. 2 shots on target for Tucson compared to Tormenta's 1, and they found the back of the net on one of those for the 1-0 lead. Just about ready for kick here in the second half. A couple of substitutions to get to you as well. Second half underway from Irk Russell Park in Statesboro, Georgia. The visiting FC Tucson in all white going from right to left with a 1-0 lead. Tormenta in their home Navy Blues from left to right, chasing a goal. Joe Malfa here with you on ESPN Plus. With Richmond beating Orlando City B, if this result holds, Tormenta would officially, mathematically be eliminated, while Tucson would live to fight another day. Richmond and Orlando in their second half hydration break now. 2-0 lead still for the home side of Richmond. Stranger things have happened, but looks like they're going to cruise to a victory over the last place Lions in that one. Devin Jamga checked in. I mentioned those couple of substitutes for Tormenta. Some housekeeping there. Devin Jamga in for Lucas Coutinho. And Reese Williams checked in for Curtis Thorne.
substitutions for Tormenta. Coming on for number 15, Jordan Skelton. Number 2, Reese Williams. And replacing number 22, Lucas Coutinho. Number 16, Devin Jonga.
My apologies there. Correction. It was Skelton who came out in favor of Reese Williams. Jamga for Coutinho. And then Williams for Skelton. All substitutions brought to you by the Vault. Player down for FC Tucson is Eric Vergen, helped to his feet by Esteban Calvo. Curtis Thorne has been asked to be the right back in his first 4 starts for Tormenta, but with that substitution, Williams will slot in on the right side, and Thorne is over on the left wing. He was our Davis marketing player to watch in the Open for how well he's played ever since debuting on September 11th for this Tormenta squad. We'll see how he fares now on the left side of the defense. Threaded through towards Liotti. Heavy contact between Liotti and Williams. Liotti goes down, gets up, takes a shot that troubles Hara, but he makes the save. Azad Liotti, you get the sense a goal might be coming for him if he's okay. You see him stretching out that left leg right now. Something didn't really feel right after he planted for that shot, but you get the sense the goal is coming. He was all over the field in the first half. You mentioned some added motivation for Charlie Dennis. Playing against his former team, you've got Liotti back at the place he called home for a year at Georgia Southern University. And he has had a few opportunities, as long as he's healthy after he was stretching out that leg. You get the sense that he is going to convert, or at least have a couple more opportunities in his future. His teammates seem to be feeding him, and he has done a number on the back line of Tormenta. Beaten Skelton a few times, Phelps a few times. Skelton's out now. And right away, Liotti attacks his replacement, Reese Williams, and beat him. Tucson also has Shaq Adams available, their leading scorer off the bench tonight. John Gallus hoping to get him in for anywhere between a quarter hour and a half hour. Benoit switches. Doesn't get out to Micheletto after it's headed down. But Williams keeps it alive for Tormenta. Now it's to Micheletto, but a heavy touch as it knocked away by Eli Velton. First touch for Devin Jamga, and now Williams, after the substitutes connect, will swing it out to the left side through Gomez. Back over to the right, Williams flashes. Inside instead to Micheletto. Thumbs up from Jamga. He wasn't ready to make that run, didn't know it was coming. Tormenta on the front foot in the first 5 minutes here of the second half. And now they defend. Liotti again goes against Williams, and this time it's a substitute right back who gets the better of Liotti. Bad pass though at the back. Turned over. Eli Velton gets it to Dennis. Running on the right side and taking the shot that is saved by Hara was Eric Vergen. Pablo Hara keeping his team in it. 2 saves already here in the second half. Tormenta's controlled the play in the second half through 5 minutes, but Tucson has had a couple of chances. Unable to cash in. Optum Orthopedics and Health System is the official healthcare provider of Tormenta FC. Marancio puts too much on that one. .10 minutes to go in the Richmond-Orlando game. Still 2-0. Corner incoming for Tormenta. Needing to score a goal based on that Richmond outcome at the moment. As long as that result holds in Virginia, Tormenta would be eliminated from playoff contention with a loss. Muller. Nobody gets up for it. And a foul is called against Phelps as he undercuts Beek. Bergen not afraid to drop back the defensive line. Plays as a traditional number 6 for this squad, among the league leaders in passes completed. John Gallus makes note of Bergen being the key to this team defensively and offensively. Serves as the go-between as far as the back line and the top line. Tucson wanted a foul there, but they didn't get it. A lot of contact there has been throughout the night. No bad blood historically between these two teams, just two teams that are fighting for their lives in USL League One. The intensity at an all-time high. Godoy and Micheletto both go in strong. You can see Godoy gesturing. He wanted a foul called against Micheletto for a dangerous high boot, but got the ball in the end. Dennis tries to shield Meyer, and he's called for the foul. Played quickly. Muller up the left wing. Uses Gomez. Seems Thorne and Muller have switched on the left side. Muller has gone back out to the wing. Thorne has tucked in at left center back after only starting previously again at right back. Gomez in for Meyer. Turns, can't get it to Micheletto. He was waiting for it in the box. First dangerous though as Marco Micheletto has been this season for Tormenta. Just 2 goals, and one of which came on a penalty kick. Leads the team in chances created with 30. Williams down the wing now. That's just one knocked away by a sliding Godoy. And it's Godoy's goal that currently still remains the difference. Came all the way back in the 33rd minute. Corner brought to you by the Sack Company here for Tormenta. Played quickly between Micheletto and Muller. Now Muller's under some pressure. Gets the cross away anyway. Flicked on, and the shot! Saved by Marancio. Cheeky little flick by Phelps. The shot by Williams. Before Marancio came up big. Got the big left mitt to the ball and parried it aside. Another look at it on the Islands replay. Flick from Phelps. First time shot from Williams. And Marancio makes the stop. Meyer with it. Gives it away. Liati turns. Dennis chips it forward to Vergen. We thought about giving it a run, but we'll pull up instead. Wait for the foul to be called. Heavy contact there. Dennis down in some pain, holding that right leg. Take another look at the Islands replay. Phelps came in really strong on Dennis. Only 1 yellow card issued so far today. It was to Skelton, who has since been subbed out. No card this time. Pena. Headed on by Logue into the box towards Liati. And Gomez calmly heads it back towards Hara. A little offline, but the goalkeeper got to it anyway. Obinwa for Williams in space. Williams sizes up the cross, but handed away by Beek. Meyer keeps it alive. Little give and go attempt with Micheletto. Pass back to Meyer offline, sends in a cross backside, just over the head of Jamga. Tormenta starting to push forward. They've controlled the second half. They yielded a couple of opportunities to Tucson. They have been in control here in the second half. Liotti turns it over at the back. Forces it as Phelps. A little bit lackadaisical, but Hara wise to it off his line. Didn't let Liotti run with it. Phelps looking to make amends now for the near turnover that cost them. Too much on that one as he looks over the top for Micheletto, and now he nods it down for a Benoit. Heavy touch nearly cost a Benoit as well. A couple of dicey plays at the back from Tormenta. Mentioned in the first half that Tucson will morph sometimes their formations and their style of play. They're getting into a more defensive style now. Almost a 4-1-4-1, the defensive mentality. Look at all those white jerseys behind the ball. A couple of weeks ago on their home turf, they blew a 1-0 lead late against Fort Lauderdale CF. The South Florida side scoring twice in the last 5 minutes to steal all 3 points away from Tucson. And Tormenta this year leads the league in come from behind victories with a pair. Corner coming, brought to you by the Sack Company. Muller on it again as he has been all night. High lofted ball in. Moves it off of last. A blue jersey. It's going to be a goal kick. Good bit of play between Alarcon and Eli Velton as they go up the right side. Now Dennis takes it himself, gives it to Eli Velton, and the shot blocked by Phelps. Richmond Orlando is into stoppage time now with the kickers leading 2-0. Orlando still fighting. They just saved a penalty kick in the 90th minute to keep it a 2-0 deficit. But as that game nears the finish line, Tormenta perhaps maybe getting some word from the bench. They need to win to stay alive. Cannot afford to lose. If the scoreline holds, they will be mathematically eliminated. Dennis goes down in a heap. Lets out a yell, but no call from Belk. Tormenta pushes the other way. Shouts to kick it down for Dennis being down, and then you can hear the shouts, he's up, he's up, he's up, so play will continue. And Gomez steps underneath Alarcon, commits the foul near midfield. Dennis having a word with Belk. Unhappy that a couple of calls haven't gone his way of late. Another look at this foul from Gomez on the Island's replay as Alarcon crashed down. It's win or go home when USL Championship playoffs begin on October 9th. Be a part of the conversation and watch every match, goal, save, and celebration on ESPN Plus. On the way to the USL Championship Final, November 1st at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and ESPN Deportes. USL Championship will be on ESPN for the first time. Nationally televised game. Velton comes in strong against Meyer. And again, Belk hesitated a moment on the whistle, thought about it, but makes the call against Tucson in the end. Another substitution coming for Tormenta. Meyer just got fouled, and you see him hobbling there near the sideline. Be told he will be the one checking out for Neil Vinyals in a moment. Some hope for Tormenta fans. Orlando City B just pulled one back in the 93rd minute. 2-1 scoreline there. They could get one in the final 2 minutes and level that one. Tormenta would still be alive if they go on to lose. Substitution will be made now. As I mentioned, Meyer out, Vinyals in, brought to you by The Vault.
Substitution for Tormenta. Replacing number 7, Luca Meyer. Number 8,
on the road, can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Meola, and Rodney Marsh. Fans of the USL can now listen to the best matches of the week, along with action from MLS, the Premier League, and the UEFA Champions League. Sirius XM FC, channel 157 on your Sirius XM radio and the Sirius XM app. You can also find both the League One final and USL Championship final on Sirius XM FC. And the final whistle just sounded in Richmond. The Kickers hold on for a 2-1 victory. Tormenta must score here to stay alive. A draw would barely keep them alive. Micheletto's shot trying to help them out. Saved by Marancio. The draw would barely keep them alive. A win would put them in a decent position. With this quick stoppage in the action, again, just a reminder of the three possibilities here. A Tormenta win would eliminate Tucson now officially, with Richmond getting the 3 points. A Tucson win would eliminate Tormenta. And a draw in this game would keep Tormenta alive but eliminate Tucson, because they only have 2 games remaining. It would be behind Richmond by 7 points. Do the math. With 2 games remaining, the most they could get from that is 6. So if either of these teams lose, they'll be eliminated. A draw eliminates Tucson, keeps Tormenta alive. That's what's at stake here in the final 25 minutes of this match. 3 weeks left in the USL League One season, all coming down to the wire. Greenville into the final. Orlando City B eliminated. The other 9 teams all still alive. But Tormenta's chances right now hang in the balance. Joe Malfa here with you on ESPN Plus to bring you to the conclusion of this one. If anybody's switching over from the Richmond-Orlando match. And a foul called on Jamga as he pushed forward. Quick look here at the call that had Jamga a bit irritated. Some hand fighting between him and Calvo, and you see there maybe that grab with the left hand on the left hip of Calvo. Enough to elicit the whistle from Joshua Belk. Dennis back for load. His pass out of the back intercepted. Don't see that too often. And now a foul called here. Back pocket. Oh, it looked like Belk was going to the back pocket where the refs typically keep their red cards, which would have been quite a surprise. He goes only for the yellow card. So the yellow card goes against Sam Beek. Closer look here. Thought he might have gone for the red, actually. Another look at that with the studs up on the challenge from Sam Beek. But it is just a yellow card issued from Joshua Belk. Brought to you by Moe's Southwest Grill.
16, Sam Beek.
This game has really looked the same ever since the Tucson goal, despite both coaches warning about how much it might change after that first goal is scored. Perhaps both teams just still playing tentatively, knowing a 1-0 lead is still a very close game. They don't have to change things drastically before the late stages. But now as we enter the late stages, entering the last 20 minutes, will Tormenta open up more? Ball sent in, headed away by Dennis, flicked on by Gomez. Micheletto in the box, saved by Marancio, cleared off the line by Godoy. Still loose. Williams comes in hard on Liotti. And now the yellow card comes in against Williams. Another look at that chance for Tormenta on the Island's replay. The ball fell perfectly for Micheletto, one-on-one with Marancio. Couldn't pick out a corner, and then Godoy, the goal scorer for Tucson, saves a goal off the line to keep this a 1-0 advantage. Yellow card to Reese Williams, presented by Moe's Southwest Grill. Mania plays it out. Micheletto throws it back in quickly. Through to Arslan, end line. And he earns a corner out of it for Tormenta. Brought to you by the Sack Company. Marco Micheletto. Can he respond after that miss? Don't want to call it necessarily a miss. It was a save by Marancio, but from where Micheletto was with the space and time he had, have to do better than he did with that one. Sent in, headed away. More contact in the box. Volley coming! And just wide from Stefan Muller. The chances are coming frequently now for Tormenta. Look at the Island's replay. There's the non-call. And then the volley. And as quickly as this is currently Tormenta in dire straits, if they get a goal, it's Tucson on the ropes. Again with a draw, keeping Tormenta alive but eliminating Tucson. Williams finds the feet of Gomez, then to Micheletto, and back to Williams. And they'll try this time from the left side. Thorne. Back and forth with Viñals, the Spaniard, recently checked back into this one. Viñals, 2 goals on the season for Tormenta. Through to Micheletto. He dummies it through, but nobody made the run. Miscommunication. Bodies fly there as Liotti and Phelps collide. Belk approached it to survey the damage, but both players are fine. Play continues. Substitution here for Tucson. Ramon Howell will be entering this one here in the 72nd minute. Ellie Velton will be checking out. Howell, the Jamaican, has appeared at the U17 and U23 levels. Was traded from Nashville to Phoenix in USL Championship last year, and then made his way to Tucson from Phoenix with a partnership those two teams had last year, and remained with the side this year.
Substitution for Tucson, replacing number 6.
He's featured predominantly as a sub throughout the year, and he enters again in a must-win game for FC Tucson. Like-for-like substitution in the midfield with Ellie Velton. Headed down for Viñals. Both of his goals this year were from outside of the box. He thought about a shot there. Deflection carries out to Williams. Centered, blocked, shouts for a handball to no avail. Williams keeps it alive. Give and go between he and Micheletto. Takes him a bit too wide. Goes down twice, and the second time the foul is called. This will just essentially be a corner kick for Tormenta where it is. They take it quickly. Gomez floats one in, back post. Marancio leaps to meet it. As we enter the last quarter hour here in the 74th minute. A minute away from those last 15, and that's where Tormenta has thrived this year. League high, 5 goals in the last 15 minutes of matches. So don't go anywhere just because of this scoreline. It's a 1-goal game. Tormenta leads the league in goals in the last 15 minutes, and they lead the league in come from behind victories as well. So you might say that Tormenta has Tucson exactly where they want them. But they need a goal at least to stay alive. Down the wing, Alarcon into Liotti. He leaves it for Dennis. Dennis wasn't quite ready for it. Little hitch in his step. Didn't react on time, and now Jamga the other way. Howell couldn't cut it out. Played to Micheletto, and never had a chance to get back to it as he was taken down cleanly, says Joshua Belk. There's a tangling of the feet. And Marancio waits for some pressure to milk some precious seconds off the clock. Hydration break coming at any moment now. And right away, here it is, as Joshua Belk sends the teams over to their respective sidelines. Coca-Cola hydration break here in the second half. It was in the moments right after the first half hydration break that Tucson scored the lone goal of the game. Plenty of action in the second half as well. No goals yet. Liotti had an early chance stopped. And then a couple of moments later, it was Alarcon who had a shot stopped. Opportunity for Tormenta as well. The nice flick from Phelps. The volley, first time from Williams, saved by Marancio. Another save from Marancio, and he would not be done. After this set piece, the ball found its way to Micheletto. 1v1 save, and then the clearance off the line from Godoy. Godoy has the goal for Tucson, and he has a save there off the line for Tucson. So Godoy, in more ways than one, the difference maker right now. Tucson a 1-0 lead. Tormenta already out back on the field, ready to keep this going. They had the momentum going into the hydration break and have controlled much of the play in the second half. As it would stand, Tucson would jump to 5th place with 18 points. They'd be 5 points behind Richmond and 4 points behind Omaha. But Richmond would have 2 games in hand on Tucson, and Omaha would have 1. So an uphill battle for Tucson, but remaining alive still. And Tormenta, if this result holds, as I've mentioned time and again, would be eliminated. They'd be in 10th place with 13 points through 13 matches. They'd have 3 games to play, but be 10 points behind the Richmond Kickers. So the 9 possible points that Tormenta could get down the stretch would still not be enough. Sense the intensity and the urgency out of Tormenta, out of the hydration break. Louder shouts from their bench as well. You imagine they discussed in that hydration break what's at stake here. Micheletto through for Jamga, out to Williams. Service. Backside of the box, headed across the box. But Micheletto was past it already. Tucson just sitting back behind midfield now. The lone white jersey across midfield there, Liotti. And just now the rest of the team coming into the picture. As they have 9 guys behind the ball with just Liotti camped out at midfield. Foul committed by Vergen, veteran type foul. Just grabbed the back of Obinwa with both hands and thwarted that attack. Shaq Adams will be entering the match at the next stoppage for FC Tucson. Tormenta's trouble against Omaha late in that match on Saturday came with defending in transition. More on that in a second as Gomez saves this one. Chance to put in a cross, floats one. Top of the box, volley by Vignal, still loose. Micheletto tries something incredible and nearly has it. Every bit of that was incredible, from the bicycle attempt by Micheletto to the stretch at full, to the save at full stretch by Marancio. Another look at that one on the Islands replay. Inches from possibly the goal of the year by Marco Micheletto, looking to keep his team alive. But Marancio, full stretch to make the save. Shaq Adams checked in, substitution brought to you by the Vault. Tormenta FC would like to thank the Vault for being the place our players call home.
Substitution for Tucson.
As Alarcon checks out.
Alarcon, number 77, Shaq Adams.
Alarcon just standing there, right next to Muller. He's the player subbed off. Some mind games down in the corner as Muller is set to take the corner kick, brought to you by the Sack Company. Drives it towards the penalty spot, and now cleared away by Vergen. Adams chips it further forward. Godoy trying to run onto it, but Thorne gets there. I was starting to say before Gomez put in that cross on the end line a moment ago, the problem Tormenta had with Omaha was defending in transition late. They were committing everything forward, a lot of possession in the attacking third, but they lost track of 2 guys for Omaha who were just standing at midfield waiting for the outlet pass as Tormenta had to open up and push for that late goal. Adams and Liotti, 2 of the fastest players in the league. Tormenta cannot lose sight of them. One good ball in transition, and it's off to the races for those 2. And Tormenta cannot afford to give up a second goal here. Defending now in transition. Liotti, Adams running on the left side. Ball a little bit soft, but still gets there. He fights for it, and Phelps comes away with it. Advanced Chiropractics is the official chiropractor of Tormenta FC. Howell can't get past Williams. Beek lays it off for Logue as Tucson plays from the back and nurses the lead. Tucson just content to pass it around right now and kill some time. Now they'll go forward. Last touch off of Adams. Thorne up the left side, and the flag goes up. Tormenta running out of time. Just 8 minutes left before stoppage time. Attacking-minded substitution now for a team that needs a goal. Defensive midfielder Abuchio Benoit will check out. Mikey Rowe, the striker, will check in. The Tormenta faithful
Substitution for Tormenta.
trying to will the team on.
Number 12, Abuchio Benoit. Number 9, Mikey Rowe.
They're just waiting to get up and cheer about something. Micheletto nearly gave them that moment on the bicycle attempt a few moments ago. But Carlos Marancio has had a stellar night in net. Big save after big save for Tucson. Keeping them alive. Again, a draw or a loss would eliminate Tucson. So they're hanging by a thread just as much as Tormenta is right now. But it's nice to be the team that's up a goal. And that's what Tucson is right now, courtesy of the goal scored by Godoy back in the 33rd minute, right after that first half hydration break. This team's not going to be in any hurry to take this throw in or just about any set piece from this point forward. Dennis in the corner against Muller. Very tricky player with his feet, and he earns a corner. Double fist pump from Dennis as well against his former team. A chance to eliminate them and keep his team alive. 85th minute now. Question is, will Tucson play short here and try to kill some time in the corner, or will they get another goal? At this point, it's probably wise to try for one more goal. A little too early to start trying to kill the time in the corner. This corner kick brought to you by the Sack Company. Dennis doing some groundskeeping and some time wasting in the corner, and now he sends in a delivery. Headed away. Logue in the box, unfamiliar territory for the center back. Keeps it alive. Tormenta back line, and Pablo Hara thought it was out for a goal kick, but saved just in time apparently by Logue. Liotti lets it out for one more corner kick. Tormenta's done it all year with the late theatrics. Team that has had a flair for the dramatic all season long. First order of business, though, defending this corner again from Dennis. Sent in towards the back post, headed into the center by Logue, sent towards frame, but wide. It was Godoy who again had an opportunity. Unable to convert in the way he did in the first half. Four minutes of regulation. No word yet officially on stoppage time. Micheletto to Williams. Tormenta still has one more substitution if they want it. Tucson has only made a pair. 3 left for them. Some contact, top of the box, no call as Jomga went down. Dennis just curls it forward. Shaq Adams can't complete the nutmeg on Micheletto. Took a slight deflection off his left leg and turned it over for Tormenta. Vinyals through some traffic into Arslan. He can't poke it past Marancio. A save again from the goalkeeper. Chances have seemed to come from nothing a couple of times in this second half for Tormenta. The first one fell to Micheletto in the box. That one falls to Arslan in the box. And both times, 1v1, Marancio makes a big save. Flicked on, Jomga. Marancio gets out to it. The clock inches closer to 90. Tormenta in need of a goal. If they don't get it, they're officially eliminated. If they get it, Tucson would be on the ropes. They are eliminated with a draw or a loss. Adams. He and Howell bide their time in the corner. Manu Ferriol just put on his jersey on the bench for Tucson. Another late substitution to be made by John Gallis' group. Liotti, nice turn down the wing. That'll be a throw, close to the corner flag. 90th minute. Godoy shielding, taken down. It'll be a free kick from right next to the corner flag for Tucson. Substitution coming in first. Manu Ferriol will be checking in for Charlie Dennis. And Charlie Booth, also up and ready, will be checking in for Gio Godoy, who is down in the corner after drawing that foul. Gio Godoy, his goal in the 33rd. The difference right now as Tucson looks to stay alive here in USL League One. Substitutions brought to you by The Vault, and we are into stoppage time. Officially 4 minutes in the Southern Downs stoppage time. Tucson content to just try to milk some more time. Earning the throw down by the corner flag. Micheletto trying to find a white jersey to give it to, who will take the throw and speed things up.
Substitutions for Tucson. Replacing number 19, Giovanni Godoy.
And again, Tormenta FC would like to thank Belfour for participating in American Red Cross Night as Tormenta wins the goal kick here. Everybody sprinting forward. Williams back to Phelps. 3 minutes remaining of the awarded 4. Tormenta needs a goal. And hear the shouts from the Tormenta bench. Ian Cameron in all black, bottom left corner of your screen. The head coach looks on. Tormenta has had opportunity after opportunity in the second half, but Marancio, the goalkeeper for Tucson, has been tremendous. Called into action again here. Nearly made a mess of it. On the shot from Phelps. Directed just past the post by Marancio. Not what he intended, but it was effective in the end. I'm sure John Gallis' heart skipped a couple of beats on that one. Corner taken in. Phelps tried to get to it. It was over him, and it was over Williams. That's out for a goal kick. Crisis averted for Tucson. Joshua Belk staying on top of this, already into the box, telling Marancio to speed it up. Still directing him to speed it up. 2 minutes remaining of the 4 added here in the Southern Downs stoppage time. $120 seconds. Give or take a couple, depending on when Belk blows the whistle. Standing in between Tormenta and seeing their bubble officially burst. Need a goal to stay alive here in League One. Rowe. It's with Williams now. He has Arslan with him. Takes a deflection. Marancio keeps it in. And Rowe came in, kicked the ball. Now a little scuffle going on. The back line, Logue, Beek. They didn't like that Rowe came in and tried kicking the ball out of the hands of their goalkeeper. Take another look at this one on the Islands replay. Deflection there. Marancio saves it from being a corner. And right there, Rowe comes in with the kick. Some words exchanged between Rowe, Logue, and Beek, and then Logue just comes in and gets between Rowe and Beek. You can see Phelps forward there for Tormenta, committing everybody forward. Rowe and Logue both shown yellow cards for their roles in that exchange, brought to you by Moe's Southwest Grill. At the liberty now of Josh Belk. Not sure how much additional time he would add here to extra time after that stoppage in the action.
Another yellow card has also been issued to number 9, Mikey Rowe of Tormenta.
Foul goes against Tucson. Second ball on the pitch. Tormenta will have to take it again. We're at the 4-minute mark of stoppage time again. About a minute or so maybe came off the clock during that exchange with the scuffle and the yellow cards. So final efforts for sure coming from Tormenta. But more time will be milked here by Marancio on this goal kick. Belk staying down there, making sure he speeds it up. Will Tormenta have a final opportunity? They lead the league in goals scored in the final 15. Tucson's done a tremendous job of just piecing together some defensive plays, some big saves from Marancio by a razor-thin margin. They remain on top, and they remain alive in League One. No whistle yet from Belk. As it stands, Tormenta's eliminated. If Tormenta could get a goal, Tucson would be eliminated. And Tormenta won't have another chance to get that goal. The final whistle blows. South Georgia Tormenta FC mathematically eliminated. And FC Tucson making the long trip out east. They stay alive here in USL League One, now moving into 5th place. Your man of the match, brought to you by Davis Marketing, is Ricardo Gomez. Tremendous 90 minutes played by the defensive midfielder. Always an unsung hero for this team. But he's the metronome for this team, sets the rhythm, sets the tempo. And another good performance tonight as he greets the referees. Bullock Broadband defensive play of the match. Came back in the first half, way in the first half, 11th minute. It was Phelps making this nice stop on Liotti. The forward for Tucson. Thought he might have turned the corner, but Phelps able to get between him and the ball. Your Bullock Broadband defensive play of the match. As Tucson wins this one 1-0. Could have been worse, though. A really strong performance from Pablo Jara as well, including the Kelly Torres save of the match here in the 51st minute. Charlie Dennis threads it through. And the shot taken by Alarcon, diving save by Pablo Jara. Their save of the match again presented by Kelly Torres. A couple of opportunities in the second half for Tucson to tack on the insurance goal, but Pablo Jara said no a couple of times. And your Renaissance Bank offensive play of the match. This would have been magnificent. Marco Micheletto popped it up to himself. Bicycle kick. That was going in. That was earmarked for the top corner. But Carlos Marancio, a tremendous full stretch save, pops it over the bar and preserves the 1-0 victory for FC Tucson. That keeps them alive and in 5th place here in USL League One. 2 more games to be played for FC Tucson. They'll finally get to go home. They were up in the Midwest against Madison over the weekend, now out east, and they get the victory 1-0, presented to you by Hampton Inn. Back in a few moments with the final highlights and stats from Merck Russell Park.
Hi, I'm Michelle Smith-Lang from Kids World Learning Center here in Statesboro, Georgia. Let us take care of all of your child care needs here at Kids World Learning Center, from your infants all the way to your after-schoolers. We also have a summer camp and holiday camp for those older children, and we have our brand new bus for our field trips, for the children to have fun and to learn and to explore new things all around our beautiful county. Thank you for trusting us with your most prized possession.
The farmer uses his vehicle for work, but his wife and children, we have a lot of precious cargo that's put into SUVs and things of that nature. We put a lot of pride in making sure that we have something for everybody.
Are you suffering from hip or knee pain? Don't let the pain hold you back. The region's most experienced robotic joint replacement team at Optum Health System offers an individually tailored approach that is more precise and creates smaller incisions. For you, that can mean a faster recovery with less pain. Your comeback starts here. Call today to find out if robotic-assisted joint replacement is right for you.
Hotly contested match between FC Tucson and South Georgia Tormenta FC. But Tormenta sees their chances at making the final evaporate. Officially eliminated on the 1-0 scoreline by FC Tucson. Joe Malfa still here with you on ESPN+. We'll take a look at the highlights from this match. Start in the 33rd minute with the goal from FC Tucson that would prove to be the difference. Azad Liati, right out of the hydration break, found Gio Godoy, and he just hit a perfect shot, side netting past Pablo Jara. Not easy to beat this goalkeeper. Takes a perfect shot like that sometimes, and Gio Godoy made it count. In the second half, 55th minute, one of the best opportunities of the match for Tormenta. They had 3 good opportunities like that on broken plays in the box. Williams had his shot saved by Marancio, who had a trio of saves like that on plays in the box. Micheletto tried this one from distance. Marancio saw it the whole way, no problem pushing that aside, keeping his team on top. In the 79th, Gomez sends it across. This was nearly the goal of the year for Marco Micheletto, but not enough pace on it. And Marancio was able to make the save. It was not a second half without opportunities for Tormenta, but Carlos Marancio was up to every single challenge. And there was still one more in the 88th. Poked through to Arslan, tried to slot it by, and it might have even taken a deflection off of the defender, Pena. We'll take a closer look at it. Not sure if it did or didn't, but save still made either way by Marancio. 17 shots, 7 on target, and possession heavily in favor of Tormenta. But Tucson, a very strong defensive performance in the second half. They got the 1 goal in the 33rd, and it was all they needed. And they are still alive now in 5th place in USL League One. As we take a look at the standings, updated now to reflect tonight's results. Richmond, 23 points. It was their win against Orlando City B that now officially eliminated South Georgia Tormenta FC, given their loss to Tucson, who is now in 5th within striking distance as we enter the final 3 weeks of the season. Last day of the regular season is on October 24th. Plenty of drama surely to unfold between now and then. And tonight, drama to the end as Tormenta tried to find that late goal that just never came, and they see their chances of making the League One final go by the wayside. Very big 3 points for FC Tucson as they stay alive now in 5th place. Your final score brought to you by Hampton Inn. 1 for FC Tucson, 0 for South Georgia Tormenta FC. For the rest of my crew, I'm Joe Malfa. Thanks for tuning in tonight on ESPN+. Hope you have a great night and come back for a loaded Saturday of USL League One action. Good night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League, League One, cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer